You see the can't really see the fizz, but you get the idea. Fizzy cold Diet Coke. Oh yeah, I got a cough right at the start of the show. All right, how you guys doing? Let's see. It's Sunday. It's 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. What a weird time to start my stream, right? Hey, science. The regular time. Well, let's see how it goes. Let's see how the stream goes today. Probably, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I had a good time yesterday. I always look forward to my time when I can just kind of sit back, whip out my blue Bluetooth controller, get the Diet Coke of the day. We have somebody on YouTube. Hello, how you doing on YouTube? I do occasionally watch my YouTube chat. But in case you're here for the first time, my stream is in two parts. The first part is Microsoft Flight Simulator shenanigans. The second part is I take a short 3-minute break, play a musical performance, and today I'm probably just going to diddle around the guitar a bit. I don't even know if I feel like singing today or doing the karaoke, but it doesn't really matter because I get to do what I want to do. It basically combines two things that I would normally do during a regular day anyway. Oh, absolutely. No, I know. I check my my view rates on the YouTube, and I wouldn't bother going to YouTube if YouTube didn't show it. You know, I didn't get like, between 30 and 50 views, 30 and 70 views, I would say, on a typical stream on YouTube, which is a lot. As I say, I don't pay YouTube anything, and I could, and then they would show it to even more people, but I don't feel like that. I don't feel like doing that. Yeah, I'm not going to fly around South Africa today. I think it's a Los Angeles kind of day today. We flew around South Africa yesterday, but I hope you're. It is getting. It's except for we have this daylight savings time coming up. Let's see, spring forward, fall back. So it's going to be back an hour. So anyway, it'll be it always changes there, South Africa. That's where we were last time. Today I'm feeling kind of a Los Angeles kind of day, and in the 707, it's a vintage airplane. It would have operated from Los Angeles International, not the Aviation Alice. That's what we flew all day yesterday. But it's very recent to addition to the fleet. Where is it anyway? It's a Boeing. Let's see. Let's check out the liveries we got. We got House Cargo, Orbit Cargo, Pacifica Cargo, which is shiny. Well, Travel Cargo. Well, yeah, this house. The only one that's really is that vintage one is the Pan Am Passenger. Which I feel if you're gonna fly it, it's really the only one worth flying. I mean, these are all great and everything, but I mean, this Pan Am one really evokes, All right, so for today's, oh yeah, you got school tomorrow. Yeah, that's fine. Thanks for dropping by. I get it. And as I say, people watch the VODs. Okay, we're gonna need a large gate. We need, or at least a medium. They have gate heavy. I never checked all the gates they have and ramps at Los Angeles. Interesting. I wonder if, anyway, I think we can do gate medium. We'll find out. And start cold, but we'll find out. The whole idea, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, as I say, YouTube, I do stream live to the YouTube, but I also upload the VODs, and they both get a lot of attention much later during the day or during the week even. It takes like a week, really, for views on YouTube. So usually on YouTube, people are a couple of days behind. If they're watching kind of regularly, they're probably watching a few days ago. And if they're like me, like I do watch my YouTube VODs. I kind of want to make sure the technical quality is at least minimal, like you can hear the audio, you can see the video, that kind of thing. That the simplest level of technical proficiency, and I want to make sure it's on every stream. So I listen to some of my musical performances, and so I guess I'm probably one of the views at least. All right, this is a very complex startup, which is why I enjoy it. Or I enjoy the concept, but we will need the checklist because there's, again, so many little things switches to flip and gauges to check to start up a 707, which there should be. It's a complicated 4-engine jet. It was at the state of the art safety systems, etc. at the time in the 1960s when it was designed. I think I flew a couple times in a 707 cross country when I was a little kid. So one thing I want to check is, yeah, oh good. Well, I hope I inspire people to enjoy Flight Simulator on a daily basis like I do. You know, it becomes kind of an addiction there. Okay, we're not connected up to the jetway, but that's fine. We can assume we're already loaded with people. But this is the beautiful Pan Am. Oh boy, this is a complicated airport. It's still loading all the assets. But that is what Los Angeles International kind of looks like. You can see that's anyway. All right. Yeah, it has been a long time, but the 707 really hasn't been in service either since the 80s. It's just a really vintage. The engines, that style, the engines is different than modern ones, but other than that, it's pretty much a classic. The classic lines. Besides the engines being quite different on a modern plane. All right, we don't have a lot of time. Let's start turning things on. Okay, as I mentioned, thank goodness there's a checklist and it's long. 41 items. So let's just assume, okay, battery switch. Where is it? Okay, and the cool thing is it will point you to it. Check 24 volts. Well, I guess we turn that to the APU battery. I guess essential. Interesting. Amp and volt selector. Check above 23. What is that supposed to mean? Hold on. Okay, now I don't think that's important. Anyway, the APU is going to go to start. And then we're going to turn on the APU. Oh, it's George, South Africa to Johannesburg? Take me 1.5 hours. Yeah, that's realistic. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's fun. You could do it realistically. Okay, so we're watching the temperature come up on the I bet. You know, no, Johannesburg is tough because you're at altitude. All right, so we get the APU start. The RPM comes up. Then we can turn the APU generator and the APU bleed valve on. Essential power now gets turned to external power. You can hear the APU starting to work. AC paralleling goes to APU and gen, or APU. Fuel quantity, check. Okay, we've got fuel. Next, fuel boost pumps. That's these. There's actually, it's a little tricky to see, but there's 8 of them. All those little lights, orange lights go out. Well, thanks. You know, it's pretty much is what it is. I appreciate that you like kind of mellowing out. I think these boost pump switch also go on, so all these lights are out. Okay, good. Engine bleed air. It's currently off, but it wants it to be off. Air conditioning to on. But we have to turn on and off a couple times. And I'm not worried about this. Okay. Hydraulic system 1 and 2. Yeah, we gotta get those on. Crew oxygen check here. It's here, up here, right here. It seems to be fine. Emergency flaps off. What's that? Okay, those are off. Outboard there's an inboard emergency flap. I don't even know. Flight recorder. Oh, we better turn that on. Mock trim warn. Okay, we don't need the warns. Spoiler guards. What's that? Where's that? It's down here. Okay, these are all checked. No smoking, we don't care. Compass selector mode should be on. Slaved. I mean, some of these are just checks. Radar altimeter, cool. Wow, okay, cool, good to know. Yes, you don't have to say too much. All right, radar altimeter, where is that going to be? Height warning selector. Well, that's what it has me looking at. I just don't know what it does. right? Wait, hold on a second here. We'll figure it out. Window heat low, pneumatic brake off. That's off. Flight instruments, fine. Transponder, where's that? That's over here. Oh, down here. Alright, this thing's really hard to get to. You gotta do this little stupid thing here. Should be standby. Alright, now we're starting to get to the point where we can actually start the engine. Fuel levers are currently cut off. And that's fine. Parking brake is set to on, right? Is that on? Parking brake is on. Okay, let's start. We're cleared for start. Galley power. Alright, that's got to be here. INS mode selector to nav. Okay, let's do that. INS mode to selector to nav. Doors closed. I assume that's... Oh, here. Closed. Beacon. Those are lights. So here's our lighting panel are down here. Air conditioning. We turn air conditioning off during the start sequence to avoid getting exhaust into the intake. You know, making the place smell like it's pretty subtle. Okay, all right. Start the engines. That's a lot of exams at that grade too, man. Okay, engine 1. Ground start. So where is that? Where is engine 1? Okay, wait, hold on. We'll find it. Okay, engine 1. Open its little cap here. We're going to open all these, as a matter of fact. While we're looking here. Engine 1. Ground start. Probably down. There we go. Ground start. Engine 1 fuel. This one here. Start. This has to go to idle. Where's the fuel? Okay, we just put in idle, right? It's idle. And start. Right. So now we're gonna have to see if an engine actually starts coming on. But I do see engine 1 13%, 14%. It is speeding up. I'm gonna crank the lever a little bit here. And yeah, it is coming on. All right, actually, I'm going to open up all the fuel controls here for all the other 3 engines so we can get those started up. Let's see. Where are we? Not there, not there. Hold on a second. Okay, we're up here. So this engine 2 starter goes to ground start. And when that's set, we can cover that to know it's engine 1 is started. We can watch engine 1. Yeah, it's coming out. Engine number 2 is also starting up. It's at 5%, 6%. It takes a little while to spin up these engines. It's going to take, yeah, we're going to do a pushback. It's going to be like 5-10 minutes to get off the ground, which is faster than in a real 707. We have to assume the passengers are all loaded. Let's see, we're at 13%. Yeah, and the issue is just the engines take a while to spool up. And they are slower than the newer engines. 17, that's enough though, right? Yeah. Oh, let's kind of move this here. Okay, engine number 3, ground start. Engine number 3. Then we should be able to get a pushback. Maybe not. If we can, I know how to get us back. Tune Los Angeles ground. Yeah, let's take a look. Do we get any ground services like pushback? Yeah, not all places offer pushback, and I don't think this one does. Huh. We can push back. Okay, yeah. So let me get the last engine started here. Okay, last engine that's covered, and final for number 4, and we'll be on our way. But before we do this, I'll take a quick peek in the. I don't think it has a. Well, we can do this. We're going to do this little system here, where we effectively go into the body. But you can see basically this one does some of the more expensive jets do have passengers that are animated and that move around, and this not only does not, it also doesn't have the doors that you'd expect between the bulkheads. So there's no real way of getting in between to the first class. There is a first class section. I mean, they were working on this for a long time. It's got magazines. The first class section is pretty cool, but again, you can't get from here to there, which is not be a real in a real plane. There got to have to be a way. But and then it's got this little lounge here, and it's got a little galley area where you prepare things and a bathroom, which I don't know if you can get in. Anyway, and then you can get into here. So it's got, I mean, this door does open, I believe. Anyway, so yeah, there's an interior, but there's no. Now, how do we get out of here? We can't really turn from here, and some planes, some situations there'll be a pushback. I do not believe we're getting a pushback here, so we're going to kind of do an artificial pushback, where I just pretend we're hooked up to a little pushback device, but we're not actually. It's basically kind of a Microsoft Flight Simulator cheat, because there's nothing pushing us back there. Hello. All right, right. So we want to leave. So we're gonna tune what, ground? Request departure. I don't really know where we're gonna go, so we might just. There's no real route. I was thinking we're probably just gonna fly around LA because it's a pretty day, and then maybe land in Orange County because I don't know. We've already spent a lot of time. Okay, we're in the plane though. Taxi clearance. Okay, wants us to turn around the other way here. Okay, we're giving it some more engine. We can hear the engines. Yeah, this is Los Angeles International Airport. I wanted to take a base of. Oh, I have to fix something here. Hold on, I can fix this. Just 1 second here. This has happened around busy airports sometimes. I think I can fix it. Once I fix it, it should be okay. But really busy airports, it kind of has some graphical issues. But it may not be related to Flight Simulator. Oh, it happened again. Shoot. We might have to take off. It might be a combination of the fact that this plane is extremely large. Oof. Hold on. Let me try this one more time. Let me go down a little bit here. I mean, it doesn't take a long time to reset this, but enough that it's annoying. Maybe we'll just stay outside the plane for now. What's your suggestion, Rory? I'm watching. Hopefully we can get out of here. Now I'm setting my trim to the trim range. I almost never do that. I messed up again. San Diego. You know, that's not a bad route. We'll have to, yeah, let's do Los Angeles, San Diego. It's not very far. It's only about, but it's like 30 minutes. The thing is, most people are going to do it at 30, you know, climb up to 30,000 feet. I'm not gonna. We're going to be flying this plane at illegally low levels, and that's, you know, you can't stop me. Okay, so far the graphics engine has not died on me yet, but I think it'll be fine as long as we get away from this extremely dense airport. So just so you know, I mean, you don't have to fly. You can fly a little plane. All right, let's get down there. We don't have all day. Let's fly the plane. Although I do enjoy the startup and taxi sequence in a plane like this. You know, it's realistic. Checking my gauges. The engine seems to be idling fine. Everything's green in the cockpit, as we say. We got some radio traffic. A lot of radio traffic. Yeah, well, on an Xbox, you're gonna. This is a PC, and I got a 4070 Ti. And it's still not great because I want to get a new PC. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on at this airport. You can see all those the fancy. There's a restaurant there. It's not that good. It's kind of low priced. I'm gonna run over this little plane. I don't care. I got places to be. On a gaming laptop. Well, at least that's better. That's probably better than an Xbox, but still. You're probably equivalent of a 3070 or 3060. Although it's not the video card, it's really the memory. So I was telling people when I'm gonna buy a new PC, it's all about getting the fastest memory, not necessarily. Well, yeah, as I say, I'm doing pretty good here actually, considering. It's all about the fastest memory, not about the best video. We're almost at the base of the runway, I think, aren't we? Or is it way down there? So we're gonna reduce our engines. Yeah, I think it's here. Okay, we're gonna slow down here so we can get some turn here. Why are my brakes not working? I'm seriously not braking at all. Put your reversers on. Is that causing me to brake? It is. But I don't have brakes. I'm using my reversers to brake. Why do I not have brakes? Do I parking brake? Yeah, I think my brake system's turned off. Maybe I have to have this on to actually brake. Let's find out. I should check that. Now, is that braking? Yeah, I don't have any brakes. That's fine. Let me get over this. It's fine. I don't have wheel brakes. Like, I'm hitting my Y key here, and it's not slowing anything down. Anyway. And I don't have, so I have to like go into reverse to stop. That's not good. I must have done something wrong. I'm just flying anyway. We'll just use reverse. We use reverse engines. 25R. Okay. I would. Where is braking? Where's my braking circuit? By the way, these should be in start, idle, or what? Speed brakes, parking brake. Well, that worked. Okay, what I want to do is see, this should turn on off. Okay, that's my parking brake off, parking brake on. And that doesn't do anything, but what about these? Yeah, okay, I can brake. Yeah, by the way, the other thing is, I wouldn't recommend Microsoft Flight Simulator with just a keyboard and mouse. It's not that fun. Alright, I figured out how to brake. So, let's see, parking brake off. Okay. So we're going to move a little bit, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to be able to brake. I know now why I can't brake. It's because I'm hooked up for nose braking. Okay, I'm turning the engines up a little bit, but I'll show I can brake. Right? No, because I put those, you can see them operating and it's not showing braking. Interesting. No, I think the brakes are just broken. Alright, anyway, let's get the heck out of here. Well, I think you can hook up a controller to, you can buy a controller. This is just a regular Xbox controller. I mean, they're like $60. So, yeah, I definitely recommend, and you can get a cheap wired one, like a USB one for $25. It's still going to be a much better experience. But I have a controller, and I also have a throttle quadrant, which allows me to control the throttle there. All right, we're ready to start taking off and flying around. Southwest 3302, go around. And believe it or not, we are almost in the air. Are we in the air yet? Just barely. All right, gear up. The other thing, I think my gear is broken. Southwest 3302, contact SoCal approach on 124.9. Interesting. I wonder if I did not turn on my hydraulic systems. I definitely did not turn on something. But what is it?
Delta 16906 altimeter, 30.04 wind, 258 at 6. Cleared for takeoff, runway 25 right.
Shows landing gear up. Where is the hydraulic systems? I bet I did not turn on my hydraulics. I thought I did.
Skywest 5072. Follow the Cubcrafters Monster and X on final.
Landing lights.
Caution the generic landing runway
Seatbelt
25
signs.
right.
Yeah, we messed up something.
25 right.
Uh,
Catch 909er, leaving my airspace frequency change.
yeah, it's fine. We're not going to go too far with our landing gear down. It must be related to that I had no brakes, which would also be hydraulic system. So my feeling is I did not turn on the hydraulics. Oh, also I didn't do a bunch of things. Like I did not turn off. Let's see, not there. I did not turn off the. Hold on. Wait. Hello. Do I get to see here? There we go. Oh, and then I gotta change some stuff here. Yeah, my hydraulic pumps were off. That's not good. Okay, now I need to go back here. Oof. Here, not there. Gotta turn my power here. Power to generators. It's probably too late. Okay, finally it did raise the gear. Alright, we want to be heading south, generally, to get to San Diego. But I'm going to go back. Okay, I figured out what happened. I did not turn on my hydraulic pumps. But I was not following the checklist, so I deserve that. And now those lights are off, and now I also have hydraulic control over the plane, which is nice. Yeah, it would definitely be cheaper. So my solution to avoid having to constantly charge my wireless is I have a kit that has 2 rechargeable batteries and at a place where you can recharge both of them. So it has rechargeable batteries, so I'm not replacing it with AA batteries. All right, let's get the engines down a little bit. And I can look at my charge. I can make sure I have 70% charge or more before every show. They actually last quite a while. And if it's not, I'll change out the battery and just exchange it, which takes 2 seconds. So I have kind of a way of ensuring that I will not run out of battery power. All right, we're gonna fly back over LA, just because we can. Yeah, but the question is, does it guide you? No, but there's a checklist which I ignored. I mean, the checklist, in my defense, is huge. So, it's after start. I did not check my hydraulics panel. I did not reset my essential power bus. So there was a bunch of stuff we missed, which is fine. But, I'm still learning how to fly this plane, which is fine. It takes a while. Okay, kind of want to avoid overspeeding, so engines are coming down a bit here. It's a little hazy, but it's nice. Oh yeah, 400 grand. Yeah, I mean, and plus having a joystick on a gaming laptop gives you a lot of options for playing some games that are definitely better with a joystick. All right, that's that major crazy airport over there. But we're gonna just fly over the city real quick and then make a south turn and head to San Diego. Hopefully it won't be too hazy the whole time. At least I have the feeling. Okay, so everything there is smooth on the plane. I kind of want to get a screenshot of me like flying like I did. I have one for me flying the Pan Am next to the iconic Manhattan Towers. So maybe have one flying next to the iconic buildings of Los Angeles, which are where exactly? There's all this traffic coming into Los Angeles. Oh yeah, I mean, I think I actually remember when I started playing 2020, which is 4 years ago, that I tried playing it with a mouse, and I was like, okay, well that's kind of painful. Just the mouse and keyboard. So no, since then I haven't tried. I mean, you get the advantage. Okay, there's the city. You get the advantage. You got two joysticks. So the left joystick is controlling the plane, and the right joystick is controlling the camera. And that's just basically the formula. And I can do a lot of stuff like click between, one button on the controller, click between the external views, and a lot of other stuff. Well, LA is one of the most busy airports in the world. And yeah, you can see that I have real-time traffic turns on. So a lot of these are real airplanes flying in, but some of them are actually people. But if it says DAL, that's a Delta, I think, or something. All right, where's the city? I keep losing it. It's right here. We're gonna buzz the city of Los Angeles, and then we're gonna go down the coast to San Diego. It's a beautiful little run. It's only about, they don't do it in the real world. You can't get a plane from Los Angeles to San Diego because it's too short. You'd be 25 minutes in the air. It's not. This is real time and real weather today, by the way. So I mean, it's 12:30, or it's about 12 o'clock here in California. I live in Northern California, but it's 12 o'clock in Los Angeles as well. There's the LA River right there, world famous Los Angeles River. It's basically just a concrete embankment. Yeah, I understand, South Africa. Plus, you're heading to summer, we're in winter. All right, here is the U.S. Bank Tower. Well, we're gonna do this. Somebody's messing around in here. It's not really gonna be much of a shot, but let's just see here. That's not too bad, really. It's a little hazy. Okay, screenshot right there. Use that on one of my Twitters, one of my tweets, one of my X's, whatever you call it. Okay. All right, and there is Los Angeles. It's it is what it is. It's downtown. It's, nobody goes there. It's not like a destination when you're in LA. Well, let's go downtown. No, anywhere but LA, but downtown. All right, we're gonna head out and we're gonna make a big wide south turn. Yeah, today is guitar day, but you know what I mean. I'm barely, yesterday I played the piano for a good solid hour. Get a little more juice here out of the gas. We got way too much gas to get to San Diego. Not that that's a problem. I think that's the I-5 there, or no, that's one of those big freeways. All right, here we go south-ish. That's true. So I tend to go for about 2 hours and not much longer than that. For one thing, I mean, I know there's people who stream a lot longer than 2 hours. I'm glad I was able to get my hydraulic system working and not crash this plane. You wouldn't want to do that in the real world. By the way, there's a lot of people who can stream a lot more than 2 hours, but I get really tired. I just want to do other stuff. But 2 hours is a good amount for me because it lets me kind of relax, fly, start up the plane, get into a nice. I want to get into a nice level flight at not too high level here. Well, absolutely, streaming hobby. So I don't have any particular. It's a little more than a hobby, I would say, because I mean, not all hobbies stroke your ego by letting you perform to an audience. So it's a specific kind of hobby. If you know what I'm saying. I mean, it's not, I could be, I could have a woodworking setup in my garage and build furniture. That's a hobby, but nobody would know. Hello. We're flying around like maniacs. I'm just trying to fly my Pan Am 707 to San Diego. It's fly out a little kind of over the beach. It's just a lot of houses. But no, I mean, it's, fortunately, I don't have to make money at it. And if you did, you have to stream for a minimum of 2 hours because, yeah, your audience starts coming in. I often get random, people who either know me but don't stop by every time, or don't, and they come in right at the when I'm, right at the 2 hour mark. I'm like, I can see why streaming for 2 hours is a minimum because it's surprising how long it takes for your audience to trickle in. It's not like everybody's really, some people are, but not many people are really willing to start right when you're starting stream. You know what I mean? Why would they? So you have to stream long enough that your audience can come visit you at their leisure, not yours. If you want to be a professional streamer. As I say, I'm not a professional streamer, but it's a little more than a hobby. I don't think too many people who stream as a hobby have been to TwitchCon 3 times. You know what I mean? It's a little more of an obsession than that. And very few people who stream as a hobby probably have gotten to meet as many super hot e-girls in person. You know what I mean? It's not really so it is a hobby in that it's not providing any income for me, but it's not it's hobby. Okay, this is LGB. Okay, this is Long Beach Airport right here. It is kind of foggy today, and there's a golf course. It is real-time weather though. I believe it's definitely foggy out here near the ocean. Long Beach Doherty Field. Pretty big airport, really. I've never flown in and out of there. What are we out, right? 1,600 feet, and we're staying no higher than 1,600 feet. Trying to get my trim so that it will just stay at a nice low altitude without me having to push the stick. So I'm adjusting my trim. There we go. Okay, so Long Beach is actually up there. That's where the Queen Mary is. But we're going to head south. But there's various marina communities here. Is Venice around? No, Venice is further north. But yeah, this is the boaters. Here's your boaters. You see they all have boats. So they all need waterfront or backyard water access. Living right on the water. It's okay. It could be kind of cold. It's not the hot part of Los Angeles. The hot part of Los Angeles is inland, and this is right near the coast. So you get a lot of cool coastal breezes, which is not necessarily bad. It can be foggy a lot, but it's not as beautiful sunny. It's not a beautiful sunny day every day. It's not bad though. A bunch of boats there. Townhouses that have boats. I love these like mazy kind of streets plus water. You know what I mean? You got a maze of streets and a maze of waterways. You kind of have to interact. So you've got that's practically an island. I mean, these little tiny bridges you got to get across. And that's the paranoid. I'd be like paranoid, like the bridge would go out, and you'd be stuck on your little island in your car. And I'm sure it happens. It's not truck goes over the bridge, it's too heavy. Oops, it crashed. But no, LA is an amazing place. It just goes on and on. So, and I mean, it's a continuum to Orange County. From Los Angeles County back that way through Orange County. We've got Newport Beach and Ventura, Laguna Beach. All those communities, Laguna Niguel. Well, yeah, absolutely. Oh, very same thing absolutely happens in Florida. They have these communities which are so fragmented by the need to have water going to all the backyards that they're effectively islands with just one or two bridges. Well, and they might well be artificial islands. Okay, let's check. Oh, it's nice and less. You can see the fog behind us, and it's nice and clear here. This is a power plant. But is that a nuclear power plant? I'm not 100% sure. I don't think so. It doesn't have cooling towers. No, I think that's like an oil-fired power plant there. Okay, but it's definitely a power plant. You can see all this nice beach community. There's some more chemical storage facilities. I don't know what river. That's not the Los Angeles River. That's some other kind of major drainage river. Again, for these communities, it's like it's a desert community. There's not a lot of water, but when it does rain, getting not flooding this whole area was an issue until they built all these drainage rivers. Okay, I think that's where John Wayne International Airport. I forgot what city that is, Irvine or whatever. That looks really cool. Come on, now that looks really cool. You live there if you could afford it. I mean, even though it's an island and the bridge might go out, it's got to be pretty fancy. Should we crash the plane? I say no. But fly low? I say yes. People would see a 707 flying over them at what, 1,400 feet? And they would freak out. Another nice golf course there. You like playing golf? I don't. Man, that's like a 720 hole golf course. Holy camole. I'll play where the putt-putt range is. There's some more nice houses. There's like a ravine. Yeah, I never played. It's not really, it doesn't have a lot of appeal. I mean, but you know. In fact, frankly, it should be outlawed and everybody who plays it should go to jail. It's a terrible waste of natural resources. By the way, if you've ever read some of those environmental impact of golf courses things, it's really oversized compared to the number of people enjoying the benefit of that golf course. And it affects the whole community. So if you're not playing golf, that's fine. You know, they use a lot of water and a lot of land in a very valuable area, almost always. So yeah, you don't play golf, but you're still paying for the fact that there's golf courses around you. That's fine. Look at that. There's houses that go all the way up that hill there. It's got to be a little college right there or something. How far am I from San Diego? We're a ways. It's a good question. I'll let you know in a second. I'm trying to avoid hitting all these houses and exploding into a gigantic fireball. Sadly, we won't see it. It'll just, put up a dialogue box saying you have crashed. But yeah, we're at 600 feet, but these cliffs are over that. But yeah, this is what I mean by a low flight, okay? We want to be able to see the girls in the bikinis on the beach. There's like a cove there. All right, no, good question. I'm going to get a little altitude, and we're going to look at our VMAP here. I know enough about this. Okay, so there's SNA up there, and let's see. We're about a third of the way. Well, maybe a little less. So where are we about to fly over here? Dana Point. That's Dana Point right there. The next airport coming up is Camp Pendleton. MCAS is coming up, but that's a ways out. I think that was Dana Point. We're still following the coastal highway here. Well, I'm always up for suggestions, but generally I don't like to plan ahead, so you can literally give me the suggestion in the first 2 minutes of my show, and I'll be like, okay, because I don't necessarily know. Like, I did want to fly the 707, but I did not necessarily have a plan of where. But, California coast is always kind of a vibe. That's the back end. That's looking north. We're basically heading southeast, so that's looking northwest. All right, how is our plane performing? Because I usually turn off a few switches. It looks like everything's good. We're all in the green. Engines are in the green. You can open and close the window. I bet that's a bad idea at speed. But we're basically going to fly this like it's a single-engine small plane. Dublin to London. Yeah, that's a long flight. I would fly like Bristol to London, Cardiff to London. Dublin's quite a bit further. And then you're gonna be flying over the you know, the ocean there, the Irish Sea. It's nice. I do like Bristol to Cardiff, which is much shorter, but you still get a lot of stuff to see. I've flown over England a lot. I mean, I flew over everywhere a lot, so. I mean, you know, we should do Antarctica sometime, do some more exotic locations. I wonder if you could land a 707 in Antarctica, because they have these long ice runways. This is so familiar, and the reason why is because I just drove down like a month and a half ago now from San Francisco, so through Los Angeles to San Diego on this road, and this is just what it looks like. I mean, the terrain. I mean, it's like that, and then you're looking at the ocean on the other side. But there's not much else. It's like you think, well, California is fully, you know, populated and built up. But besides the fact that you can see, you know, there's the idea that people would want to live out here, it's still a little too far from everything. Actually want to live out here. And there's no real, I guess there's a beach. Is there a beach out there, or is it just a, you know, I guess there's a beach. But then when we get closer to San Diego, you see there's quite a few communities that pop up. But again, so right, we're going to pass over Camp Pendleton Marine Station. Oh, there's a beach airport that they use for training, and then Camp Pendleton itself is way back there inland. It's like, well, it's like 6 miles inland. There's just a little training runway here, and they do beach exercises, so like amphibious landings right around here for training. And it looks like a little truck stop there. Instead of it's not St. Peter's, it's a truck stop. Somebody put something out here. We're already, you know, this is kind of the start of the southern California, or the San Diego metropolitan area, really. Although we're still quite a ways. Here's your truck scales. Or no, that's railroad. Those are rail cars. That is definitely not a truck stop. That's a rail depot. Okay. So there's train tracks that go by there as well in the middle there. Okay. And yep, it's going to get a little foggy again. We'll stay low. You can kind of see, I think, San Diego in the far distance. Maybe not. Maybe I'm imagining it. We'll stay low and see what there is to see. Okay, so that's Bob Maxwell Memorial Airfield over there. If that tells you anything. JFK to Philadelphia. It depends on the weather. But in general, I don't even do airliner flights except for these rare occasions when I fly a vintage airliner. And as I say, most people are going to go to 36,000 feet and do the actual navigation. And I'm always like, nah, I'm just going to follow the freeway. Looks like some lots of houses. Escondido, Claremont, I don't know what the Carlsbad. We're flying out of the fog. Again, it's going to clear up again. That's nice. There's a million of these little beach communities, and most of them are pretty nice. Dublin, Belfast, I did like maybe a month ago, so unfortunately that one is too recent. We had a great time flying from Dublin. I think it was Belfast to Dublin, but yeah, I don't remember one way or the other. Yeah, Belfast, because that's where the Titanic Museum is. That's where they made the Titanic, and there's a Titanic Museum there. Well, as I say, don't worry, we'll get around to it. Well, I remember clearly because we saw the Titanic Museum, and then I flew south to, I think we made it all the way to Dublin. It's a beautiful trip. As I say, I got VODs. Usually I say, like, in the description of the VOD, like, I flew from here to here, but not always. I'm not always good about that. Well, I like all these orange roofs here. That's Spanish tile for you. Those are really orange, though. They also kind of got that more reddish orange back there. These colors of tile. Yeah, and then I remember there's this viaduct here. Yeah, it's another solid, 50 miles. But we are going 275 knots. It's nice and quiet from the inside. Well, hey, 9:20 is not that late. I go to bed at 10. No, actually, I don't because I'm an old man, okay? I go to bed early. I get up early, all right? Hopefully, now that I have my hydraulics working, we can actually brake and lower the landing gear. Well, we'll do it. As soon as we get to San Diego, we are going to land. So let's see where we are right now. And here, open this up here. Let's see. And it's just garbage collection. Give it a second. This is normal. Okay, that's San Diego, so it's less than 50 miles. And there's that kid flying around. FA-18. Trying to buzz my 707. So I've driven this San Diego to LA road several times because I also I went to San Diego and I met up with Mistress Mord, one of my lovely girlfriends, and I'm both jumpy. And well, she wanted to go to a store in West LA called House of CB, which is a British store, like a designer that sells designer British clothing. And I'm like, well, fuck it. Let's, it's a 2.5 hour drive back and forth in traffic each way from San Diego to West LA. Well, like, fuck it. Why not? So we did. We actually drove 2.5 hours to LA. We went to the store. We had lunch in LA and we drove back. So I've driven this like more than two or three times now. And then I drove back. Well, I didn't drive back to LA from San Diego. I went to Vegas. But we ended up taking this route so I've taken this route several times. And hey, you know what? Next year, San Diego is Twitch. We already know TwitchCon's going to be in San Diego again, so I will probably end up driving down again. I just do like having the option of having my car with me and be able to take a lot of stuff and not have the pack bags. But I might just say this year, or next year, I might say screw it. You can see how huge this freeway gets due to the large amount of traffic flowing north and south. The good thing about when me and Mistress Mord traveled is they have a high occupancy vehicle lane, which only requires 2 people. I think you can go that way too. That's the way we went to get to the house that I lived in, or that I rented, the Airbnb. But we'll just stay on I-5 South. East London to Joburg, yeah, that's a long-ass trip. Yeah, that's equivalent of driving pretty much from Los Angeles to, well, no, it's, okay, I was saying Seattle to San Francisco is about, is like that. Yeah, well, yeah, obviously I got to stop a few times. Well, I drove, it was a 7-hour drive from where I lived to San Diego, and then it was a 5-hour drive to Las Vegas, and then a 7.5-hour drive back from Vegas to where I live in Northern California. So it was a lot of driving, but my car is very comfortable. Yeah, okay, you got an extra. I have a BMW 428 Grand Coupe. So yeah, if you have a comfortable car like a BMW, and X3s are quite good long-range cruisers. You got plenty of room. My car didn't have tons of room, but it's definitely comfortable for long drives. And I have satellite radio. It's like an amusement park down there. All right, where's this aeropuerto I hear so much about? Oh, there it is. Uh-oh. I can fix it. I can fix it. Hold on a second. This happens. This has been happening. I think it's the plane. Hold on. The plane is causing issues. Because it is 8 gig. It's an 8 gigabyte plane by itself. It's one of the biggest planes, just in terms of how how many bits you have to download. And then you combine that with coming up with all the buildings that has to load there. But the airport is right downtown. In fact, we're going to have to start thinking about lining up for it. Let me just see about what our lineup's going to be here. We want to come out like this way. Because I think we're landing that way. Oops. We're going to make this turn here. We're going to slow down a bit. We're gonna bring some flaps down. Flaps to 1/4. Looks like our hydraulics are working. All right, where is this airport? It's right there with the distance. That's about right. We're gonna fly out to here. We're gonna make a turn. Keep our engines going. We're gonna lower the flaps even a little bit more. Keep a little bit more engine. And we're gonna make this turn here. It's gonna be a coordinated turn. Hopefully we get the gear to come down. Gear's coming down. Nice. There's the runway. What's our speed like? Okay, approach speed is more like 170. This is going to be crazy. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. Gear is down. Flaps are down. 190. 190. I got to do this from the outside. Well, the other thing is they would have is an ILS beam, so it's a lot more like it's a lot less manual than this approach here. But you do fly in right over this freeway, and from the freeway you see planes landing at a very low level. So we required. So right when we hit the ground here, whoop, we're going to go into reverse. And hit the brakes. Okay, we got, oops, got a fishtailing here. Okay, the reversers go back in. We still have brakes, hopefully. At least we have brakes on. It wasn't a great landing. Yeah, well, it used to be Qantas. There's a great line from Rain Man, you know? It wasn't great. That's why I'm trying to get the... I'm trying to get some practice in on this plane. Hey, I wonder if I can go here and it will actually give us the... one of these should be able to give us an actual connection. But we'll see. You have to know what you're doing here. We'll see. Some do not have the ability to connect up. Let's find out. Jetway connection. Ooh. Let's try it.
Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Let's see if it's gonna work. Yeah, oh, check it out. This is my favorite part. The jetway coming in. Yep. And it actually will maneuver right in front of our front door there, since we did position properly. And that little thing is going to come down there like that. That's so cool. Oh, thank you, by the way. Good to see you, Arterial Fault. First time chat, instant ban. All right, have a good time. But I loved how that. Did we get this mess up again, or is it just screwing up? No, we got the mess up again. All right, hold on a second here. No, it's fine. It's just loading a lot of assets. All right. Oh yeah, right. I wanted to open the door. The door is here. Toggle exit. And now we can do this thing here. Oops. That's crazy. Well, you can actually go through the jetway. You gotta kind of go through this little bulkhead here, I think. Which is it? Oh, here it is. There we go. So you can see the jetway. It's not quite lined up. You'd have to go down a step there, but you see the door open. Anyway, you get the idea. Welcome to the airplane. Look at the magazines. Fashion 1960. M Hotel. All right. So if we're going to turn off the plane, what are we going to do? How are we going to do that? I'll show you. It's done by turning your fuel controls to cut off. You can hear the engine spinning down. Oh, by the way, yeah, Monday, 11:30 a.m. By the way, I'm probably not going to have a music stream today. I'm just not really feeling it. I think I'm going to lie down a bit, take a little nappy poo. So, just had a long night. Okay, hold on, let me get out of here. All right, and that's our beautiful... Wait, no, that's how I meant when I want to take another screenshot. You know, I do the music every time. I think just like here, right at the gate. I just want to make sure you can see the Pan Am, though. See, other side, maybe? You see Pan Am? Yeah, I think this side's the one. Also, you gotta have to be able to see Kench 999 on the tail. But you can. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. Kind of a headache, and I don't know. I just think I need to lie down. So, but thank you, Roy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I almost certainly will feel fine tomorrow, and that means there'll be another stream tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. And again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So every day except Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we'll do it some more. That was a fun flight in the Pan Am 747 Clipper Queen of the Sky. It says down there below Pan Am. Pretty cool. But I am going to sign off for today. I know it's a little early, but you know, hey. By the way, how Captain Spires will be. You know, people come for the flight simulator stuff anyway. I still got Diet Coke, but I'm just feeling like I'm just gonna dink around a little later. So we'll do a thank you. You guys have a great afternoon too. Hopefully something will be streaming soon that we can watch. I don't really see. Is Bella live? Oh yeah, she's Bella live. Bella just went live, so we gotta go watch Bella. I'm not gonna rate her. She doesn't let me rate her, but she just came in, so I could knock, but I'm not gonna. She wouldn't want me in there. I said, "What, you want to knock and collaborate with Bella?" I don't think she would appreciate it. You know what I mean? Her stream is important to her. She is definitely a professional streamer. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna run my little ending roll, and then yeah, tomorrow.